I'm fat, but I eat healthy.
I'm fat, but I don't wear a bikini to gross you out. I wear one because I look awesome in them, and I love wearing them at the beach.
Oh, it's disgusting. What is that? Is that rancid? Is that tap dancing crab demon? Is that nightmare? Is that true nightmare?
And I eat less than my skinny guy friends. Metabolism is a bitch.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up there, Miss Piggy. Fucking lying is a bitch. So once again, boys and girls, we have a classic example of a fat person saying the reason why they're fat is because of their metabolism. You don't eat fucking one bowl of salad and fucking look like that, do you, mate?
I'm a writer, filmmaker, and an actor.
And a professional eater.
My nigga just got roasted, yo!
Today's probably going to be a good video. Definitely hit that like button, mate. Also, today's notification shout out goes to CJ. Thanks, bro. Thanks for hitting that bell button. If you guys want to shout out in the next video, make sure to hit that bell button and leave a comment down below saying fat people, LOL. And I'll pick one of you in the next video for a shout out.
But yet at the same time, we live in a world that is not made for people who are fat. Airplanes, buses, chairs in people's homes. It must be difficult.
It is difficult, and those are the things that we are seeking to change. We're changing the paradigm that we are not the problem. The problem is that our world doesn't accommodate a diversity of bodies. So that's what we need to change, not so much changing who we are and changing our body, but instead changing society.
You stuck up precious little bitch.
I think that exercising is good, activity is good. My thought is that weight needs to be set aside, and that regardless if I gain, lose, or stay the same, that's not important to me. What's important to me is that I'm getting the nourishment, the nutrition, the sleep, the activity that my body needs. There is nothing you can tell by a person by noting their body size except their body size. You don't know their behaviors, you don't know their habits, you don't know their...
Wow, cool, wait a minute. The f***?
I'm fat and I look really good naked. There's been no complaints, let me tell you.
That's because nobody's seen you fucking naked, mate. Thank fuck.
Fat people so often offend others in society, and I find that it's one of the last socially acceptable prejudices.
I absolutely agree with you on that one, but what about people who are concerned about you? I mean, there might be people concerned you're going to keel over and die because maybe your body, your heart won't be able to sustain all the enthusiasm that you have.
That's true. I do have a lot of enthusiasm. I think that the concern for health is often a mask to discriminate or to be cruel to fat people. I think there are actually very few people in my life who care and love me enough to be genuinely concerned about my health. And as far as my health goes, I would like to break some stereotypes about fat people, because even at 380 pounds, I'm certainly not naive to the health risks that may come if I stay this weight. But I have no major health problems. I've never even had high blood pressure.
Yet, Whitney.
Right, yet.
FEMA doesn't allow diet talk at its meetings. They believe health and size are two separate issues.
I think by making health and weight the same thing, and by confusing those two, we're damaging everybody, because fat people are then the enemy, and then people are told they're healthy no matter what, which we know isn't the case.
Aw, you look so cute.
NAFA members are encouraged to go as public as possible. They glam it up at photo sessions. They do ballet, and there's even a belly dancing troupe.
I don't limit myself. I don't say just because I'm fat I can't dance. Well, I can. I may not have good rhythm, but I can dance.
The next big event for NAFA, some head-turning fun in the sun.
Our group's going to get together. We're going to go take back the beach, wear some bikinis, have a great day on the beach, and probably get a lot of people to give us second glances, but that's good because we're challenging beauty ideals, and they need to be challenged.
Oh, yeah, folks.
You're ruining your life.
Boy, Grady.
You wouldn't even get a friggin' garbage job the way you're acting.
Oh, yeah, folks. You got anything else you want to say to the fans?
You're ruining your life.
80% of Americans are morbidly obese. The other 20% are just plain fat. That's why British weight loss instructor Marjorie Dawes has come to dispense advice.
Hello, fatties! Hello! My God, some of you are big.
I think we come in all shapes and sizes, and the assumption that we've dealt with a lot on this show is that just because you're obese, you must overeat, you must have an eating disorder. I know that not to be the case. I know you can have a healthy relationship.
Now, Mimi, you say this is misleading. Go have at it a little bit. Well, I certainly think that we all want to feel good about ourselves. That's understandable. I don't think people should feel demeaned by their size. And I also couldn't agree more with the message of daily exercise. No matter what size you are, you'll certainly benefit from daily exercise. You can't be healthy without that. But then let's talk about where we disagree. Look, if you want to feel good about yourself, it's impossible to feel good about yourself when you're doing something that's self-destructive. Also, self-destructive behaviors that result in damage or debilitation or even disfigurement to the body, that's never going to be perceived as beautiful.
Thing is that I think that the Hayes approach, the health at every size approach, has been documented to work. And it's been documented to work year after year.
What do you mean work? What do you mean work? Because a health at every size is a lie. If you starve yourself into damage, that's unhealthy. Or if you eat yourself into damage, that's not healthy.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
That's just not.
Here,
that's not true.
You're making
that's
a
like
lot of
saying,
assumptions.
That's like saying
about
that.
Weight
Let's
being
say you were a
self-destructive.
smoker. Let's say you're a smoker and have black lungs, and you try to say that's healthy because you don't have cancer yet. We know that it is actually factual that obesity is dangerous, and it's connected to cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's. We even know it's connected to an increase in birth defects. So there's nothing left to debate.
Mimi?
It's not beautiful. It's not healthy.
So I baked you this cake. I'm confiscating this.
But it's her birthday.
I'm sorry, it's for her own good. If she took one bite of this, we'd have to roll her out of here.
We live in a culture where being fat is seen as being a bad person. Lazy, greedy, unhealthy, irresponsible, and morally suspect. And we tend to see thinness as being universally good. Responsible, successful, and in control of our appetites, bodies, and lives. But we must question it, because the enormous value we place on how we look affects every one of us. And do we really want to live in a society where people are denied their basic humanity if they don't subscribe to some arbitrary form of
Fuck me. She's out of breath just giving this fucking speech. And yet, she tells me being fat is healthy, while literally gasping for fucking air. Because standing up at this point and walking about a few inches a second is far too fucking much for her. And yet, the reason why this is so bad is because she's telling everybody being fat is 100% okay. When in reality, mate, it's really not. I'm glad there's some fucking smart people out there. I'm glad you guys understand the difference. But yet, while she says this, only to make herself feel more comfortable and the other fat people around her feel more comfortable so they can feel accepted, there's actually young people believing this and actually getting bigger as a result of this. And in her head, doing these speeches often, that now she's actually starting to believe the fucking bullshit that is coming out of her mouth. Her fat, greasy mouth. While young people now are starting to believe this as well, and also starting to become overweight. She may think that these speeches are a good thing and helping women and men feel more acceptable with their bodies, which is fucking fantastic, mate. I mean, why would you want to feel bad about being overweight and making yourself lose weight? Nah, let's just feel comfortable with my weight and eat another fucking Twinkie. Go on, you've deserved it, mate.
My name's Kath Reid. I'm a fat activist in Brisbane. I blog at Fat Heifer Lump, where I've been blogging for about 5 years. And it's my goal to change the way people think about fatness. I always thought I was fat. One of my earliest memories, I was called fat. I've always been called fat. And I believed that the worst thing a person could possibly be was fat. Through my teens and 20s and early 30s, I just battled it in every single way I could. You name the diet, I was on it. You name the weight loss plan, I was on it. I believed that I couldn't do anything in life that was good until I was thin. I couldn't have any form of success, couldn't have a good job, couldn't have a loving relationship, couldn't be happy in any way. So I didn't try.
I haven't always been fat. I was actually a regular sized little girl, and when I was 17 I was actually diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Since then, taking insulin and treating my diabetes regularly, I slowly became fatter and fatter. When I began to gain weight, I was a little worried, my mother was a little worried, but as time went on, I became okay with being fat. Fat acceptance is the radical notion that fat people are human beings and deserve respect.
I physically can't watch anymore. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.